Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Looney back with another video. Today I'm going to break down 3 trades that helped turn my portfolio around after one of the choppiest starts to a year I've had in a while. We're going to be talking about selling puts, selling calls, the wheel strategy, buying long leap calls, and DCAing into high conviction stocks, all while dealing with red days and volatility. Quick shout out to the Discord fam. It is free to join, and if you want real-time trade alerts, coaching, and course access, there is a premium version. The links are in the description. Let's get into it. Now, the first trade that helped stabilize my portfolio is a strategy I have been doing for a while now, but I decided to do it at a perfect time, and that is selling cash secured puts on SoFi. So if we pull up SoFi, you'll be able to see I own 400 shares, and I acquired these shares by selling puts when the stock was below $9. I started selling puts at $9.50, $9, $11, and my cost basis is $11.29. I wish it was a little bit lower, but unfortunately, fortunately, SoFi didn't stay below $11 for very long. So I wasn't able to get acquired under that $11, or at least a lot at $11. I think I got one that was at like 10. But I was able to collect premium on the way down, and now as it's going up, I have transitioned from selling puts to selling covered calls. I'm going to go into my next strategy, but these puts that were below the assignment or below the strike, they either expired worthless or they got me assigned. And that alone helped bring my cost down and actually give me control of acquiring even more shares. Now you can see SoFi is up 20% on my portfolio. It has cooled back a little bit. It was up to almost $15 or $14 a share, and it pulled back, which is actually a good thing. And I'll show you why in the next strategy. And the next strategy is selling covered calls. Now I'm going to stay on this one because I am doing it on this as well. I'm selling 13 and 13 and a half covered calls. And I actually share these trade callouts to my Discord members. I had a couple sell puts that I opened today on other stocks like Riot and Mara that I gave to some of my members, but we're going to get into that. But yeah, you can see I have 5 different covered calls collecting premium. So I'm actually okay with SoFi dropping a little bit, or at least below my strike price is okay, because I don't want to roll just because it is another step that you have to do. And that's one of the best ways to get ahead, is to run the wheel strategy. You can hedge on the downside. It's not a perfect hedge, but it does soften any kind of blow to the downside. And if we switch over to Riot, let's try and move over there. Let's pull up Mara, because I talk about Riot all the time. Mara is another crypto mining stock, and it holds a lot of Bitcoin, but it is another stock that I run covered calls. Right now I have 2, one at the $15 and then one at the 15.5. Both are actually in the money, and that's just because it shot up so much. I am expecting a pullback and even a higher up valuation, but as for now, I'm okay with it staying at this price. Hopefully it dips slightly down a little bit, or at least below like my other strikes, like that $15. And again, I'm selling puts on Mara, $11 put and a $14 put. And I might close one of these out just to close some positions. I have a lot of positions open, so just to keep track of things, because I will have to roll this if it does stay above that strike. But I'm earning $63 and I am down 151 total position. This is a position that I am looking to get more shares acquired, but I am waiting for those red days. So I did open up a put today at that $14 that I gave to my Discord members. And although I am down 151, if we go to my option trades, and it's not all time, or it's only up to 2024, but I would actually be up more. So Mara, I'm up 1,500 on just options alone. That's just selling options, selling covered calls, selling puts, And these are all realized profits. So these are ones that have closed. The ones that are still open don't go into effect here, but they're not ones that I'm concerned of losing money. So I'm up 1,500 despite, if we go to my actual position, it says I'm down 151. So really overall, I'm up like 1,400, 1,300. So that is what helped me, is doing covered calls. That's helped me during the downside and all the way up to what we are today. I mean, I'm still negative, but as long as I just be patient, I feel as though I'll be in the green for year to date or this year, especially because this last month I'm up 18% and I have taken some profits from crypto, and we actually saw a pullback today. So it was actually timed pretty good with taking some profits. If I scroll down to here, we can see my daily buys, but we can also see, where can I find my history? I'm trying to find, I don't know if I can. We'll just go to Bitcoin. We could see my managed trades I have been selling. You could see I've been taking a lot of profits recently, just because, not because I'm bearish, but because I own crypto mining stocks. So while those are going up and crypto is going up, I can at least take profits from Bitcoin or other crypto and then maybe sell some of my shares at a price that's above my cost basis. Because Riot and Mara are still in the negatives. If I scroll down here, I am still negative 6% on Riot and the Mara down 5%. So another, and this is my last strategy. Well, it's kind of, we'll have a bonus strategy after this, and that's long calls. So I have 2 long calls going on. This SoFi one that is actually in the water. I'm down 19%, but I'm just going to let it ride. I'm going to let it ride as long as possible. I have 2 years or a little bit less than 2 years now, and I timed it pretty poorly, and that's why it's in the negative. But because of this, I'm able to run covered calls because this is a long-term call option and it acts as if I actually own 100 shares, and I'm able to run covered calls. So that's why you're going to see here, if I could find it, that SoFi, even though I have 400 shares, I'm able to run 5 contracts. That 5th one is that 13.5. I'm being a little bit more conservative, so there's not as much management. But I bought a SoFi call, but I also bought a Riot call when it dipped, I think on the 6th of May. Now, it wasn't the best entry, but I felt like I was a little too exposed at the time when things weren't going well. But now I got into it, and I am running a covered call on this position as well. And I'm up 18%, same strategy, just keeping it here and maybe exercise it, but we'll see. We'll see. It's a poor man's covered call, so I have a lot of time. And this is just a bonus strategy, and that's just DCAing. This is something I promote all the time, and that's just buying consistently. It gets rid of that emotional connection and that volatility. And I've been doing that on 2 stocks. So I have Sony that I own 44 shares, and I put $8 a day, hopefully going to get 100 shares. And the stock just seems to just keep going up consistently, but slowly. It's a pretty good stock for at least my portfolio. And I'm up 12%, and I'm just going to consistently buy $8 a day of Sony. And then this one, I am up pretty massively. Today, it did see some dip, and I think this week it did well, but I think recently it dropped a lot because I was up, I think, a lot more. I was up like 50%. But this one, I'm only doing $2 a day, not because I don't think it's a strong position, but because it's opportunity costs. I'm thinking I'm going to try and get 100 shares on Sony and then run covered calls and earn a little bit more money than I were to just own Hood, because I'm not going to do anything with Hood. I'm just going to hold it. Whereas Sony, I might sell off at some point. But that was the bonus strategy, is that to DCA, I'm also DCAing into crypto. I plan to go a little bit more after this bull run, or it's confirmed that the bull run is over and the cycle is over. I know a lot of people are saying this time is differently. I don't really feel that way. I think we will see some kind of steam cool off, maybe not this year, but next year. And that's when I'm going to start to DCA a little bit more. But just to wrap up, One is selling puts on dips, to sell puts on red days like today. And then number two is covered calls for income. You could wait for a green day, or you could do a lower delta, or you can, wait for a green day, or just wait, or use lower deltas to be safer and collect some income. And then long calls for high conviction names. And a bonus one is a DCA, which DCA kind of covers everything. You can DCA with covered calls, selling puts, long calls, or just simply buying and holding. And these all have helped me climb back since early April. I was down 22%, and I'm basically even now. I'm still learning and I'm still improving. I'm keeping some cash on the side for even smarter plays, because I am planning to move a little bit smarter and more patient. And let me know in the comments, what's a strategy that helped you bounce back this year? Like, subscribe, and if you want to run this game in real time with me, check out the Discord in the description. Until next time.